Hi there, fourth graders. We're going to continue comparing fractions this week, and we're going to learn one new strategy. And this is a strategy that's going to be really useful for you this year in comparing fractions, but then also extremely useful and important for you going to fifth grade next year, where you have to work with a lot of fractions that have different denominators. So finding a common denominator is a super important skill that you need to have. So we're going to spend this entire week developing this skill, and it comes in different parts. So I'm going to do a couple short videos instead of one long video, and I'm just going to eliminate all those extra videos from YouTube and Khan Academy, and it's just going to be a couple short videos of me. So we're finding common denominators. Denominators that are common are denominators that are the same. So far, we've done a lot of work this year and last year with common denominators. For example, comparing 3/4 to 2/4, or 5/8 to 6/8. Now, looking at fractions that have different denominators can be more difficult unless you find a common denominator. So the first step to finding a common denominator is to know the LCM, which stands for the least common multiple. Now, you know most of those words. You know least means less, lower, smaller number. Common means the same or similar, and multiples are the products that you get when you multiply by something. It's also, I tend to think about it as the numbers that you say when you skip count by any given number. So if I'm skip counting by 2, the numbers I say are all of my multiples of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, and so on and so on and so on. Those are all multiples of 2. They're the numbers I get when I multiply by 2. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find the multiples of numbers, then find the common multiples, and then figure out which one is the least. Okay, so it's super simple. It just has 3 steps. Step 1 is to list the multiples of both of the numbers. So if I'm finding the LCM of 2 and 4, I'm going to list my multiples of 2 and my multiples of 4. So really, I'm just skip counting by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. I'm going to stop there. If I don't find any in common, I'll add more, but I can stop there for now. Now I'm going to list my 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. So I listed all the multiples, well, not all of them, but a bunch of the multiples in order of 2 and in 4. So that's step 1. I hope you wrote that down. It's important to write this down. Step 1, list the multiples of each number. Pause if you haven't listed them, and then come back. Step 2 is to find and circle all the common multiples. So those are the multiples that are in both lists. So I'm looking for numbers that are in both my 2 list and my 4 list. Okay? Numbers that are in both lists. 4 is in both lists. 8 is in both lists. 12 is in both lists. 16 is in both lists. 20 is in both lists. 24 is in both lists. I suspect if I continued my 2's list, all of these would be in there because they're all even numbers. But I can stop. So step 1 was list them. Step 2 was circle the ones that are in both lists. Pause now and make sure you've done that. Step 3 is to box the least. So if I look at all the things that I've circled, which one is the least? 4 is the least. Out of all of the common multiples, that's everything in the circles, 4 is the least of them. So the least common multiple of 2 and 4 is 4. So again, pause. Make sure you have this written down, this written down, this written down, and all the work that we just did. Then come back. So now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do 2 and 7. So I'm just continuing to practice. List, circle, box. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21, that's not one of them, 20, 22, 24. Okay, those are my 2s. Now my 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84. Stop in there. Okay, listed. Now I'm circling things they've got in common. They have 4 in common. I'm sorry, 14 in common, that is. They've got... That's it. Now, if I continued, my next one here would be 26 and then 28. So 28 would be if I would continue the list, but I don't need it because I'm boxing the least. So in this case, the least is 14. I listed. I circled the ones that were the same. I boxed the least. In this case, there was only 1. Okay, let's do another one. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, stopping there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50, whoopsie, 55, 60. Okay, circle the ones they've got in common. They both have 15. They both have 30. That's it. Box the least. What's less, 15 or 30? 15 is less. So the LCM is 15. I listed them, circled the ones they have in both lists, boxed the least of all my circles. Your turn. I have already listed for you the LCM, the multiples of 2, 8, 5, and 12. I want you to find me the least common multiple of 2 and 8. So I've already done the listing for you. You need to circle the common ones, box the least, and then the same thing down here. I've already listed. You need to copy the list, circle, and box. Pause the video, and then come back and check your work when you're done. Okay, so I see that 8's in both lists. I see 16 is in both lists. And I see that 8 is the least. So my least common multiple here is 8. That's interesting because it's one of the actual numbers, huh? So your LCM could be one of your numbers. All right, down here, circling the ones that are in common. I don't see any. Do you? That means I have to keep going in one of my lists, and I noticed that 50 is a lot lower than 144, so I'm going to keep going in that list. So 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Stopping there. Okay, now are there any that are in common? Now they both have 60. And that works. That's the least. Okay. I have an assignment up for you where this is all you're doing, is I give you 2 numbers, you list, you circle, you box, and you name the least common multiple. You're going to do a couple different pairs, and that's it for this part of the activity. Then there's going to be another then there's going to be another lesson, short lesson, on what do you do after you have the least common multiple. what does this have to do with fractions? So that'll be the next step, but I want you to practice this first.